Hey everyone, Dante here with the Raging Geek, and today we're going to take a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures. I got a bunch of figures that I picked up. So I got 4 figures to bust out of these boxes and show. I have the Demon from the Demon Knights DC Multiverse series. Love this figure. The Demon, Etragon, one of my favorite characters. Been really getting to know him in the recent Justice League Dark animations that have been out on the various streaming platforms. Yeah, he's a really cool figure. I love anything that has to do with medieval times. From the DC series, if you haven't seen a series, if you haven't read the comic book series Camelot 3000, totally unrelated to the Demon, but if you ever come across it, read it. You won't be disappointed. Camelot 3000. It's like a spin-off King Arthur. And it was a mini series from the 80s by DC Comics. But back to the Demon. The Demon loosely connected to the King Arthur universe via Merlin. Whether they're whether the Merlin in the DC universe has any connection to King Arthur, I'm not too sure. But Etragon, son of Belial, so the story goes, is the half-brother to Merlin, and Merlin wants to extract information from Etragon. He is not able to, so as he binds him, Merlin binds Etragon to Jason Blood, and Jason Blood is endowed with all the powers and ability of Etragon. So cool character. Like I said, from the Justice League Dark universe. So a lot of interactions with Constantine, Swamp Thing, those guys. The supernatural, the paranormal. When I went to Walmart, so this guy, now these figures, they vary in price depending on the figure, I noticed. So this guy at Walmart, and it seemed like they just put him out, so I think I got kind of lucky, because I don't know, this figure looks really good, and I think I got lucky, being he just came out. So he went for $19.99 at Walmart. This was a couple days ago. I also saw the Batman Justice League figure, so the Ben Affleck variant. He only went for $15.99. Why that is, I don't know. I think this is a really cool figure. Love the Batman suit in this figure. So $19.99, $15.99, both at Walmart. Actually, I got them all from Walmart, with the exception of Superman the Infected. And actually, no. So I got those 2 from Walmart. I got Superman the Infected from eBay. I actually could have got him from a local comic store, but they were asking a pretty premium. I'm not going to say the name of the store because I don't want to give him bad publicity, because it's a pretty decent store. But yeah, I just wasn't paying the price they wanted, and I was able to find it cheaper online. So I got Superman the Infected. I believe I got him for like $25 online, which was pretty cool. Another figure I think is really wicked looking. This is a great looking Superman. Look at that. And one that I picked up at Target, and I have to say Target selection for these figures have been very limited. With most things at Target, if you don't catch it as soon as it's on the shelf, Target is just starving for toys if you're not there at the opportune moment. So something to think about. But same thing with Walmart though. But yeah, it's all about timing with these stores, Walmart and Target. But yeah, any day you happen to go, middle of the, during the weekdays is the best, and in the morning time. Just again, I say this countless times, word of advice. Definitely at night I was starving to get something, a late night for shopping for toys, where I really wanted to get something, and I actually thought this was a cool one, and this is a fairly common Batman out there, but it's the death metal Batman, and it's from the Batman Dark Knights series. But I definitely love the costume in this, and I love the facial expression on Batman. Real stern look. I wish his ears were a little bit more pointed and elevated. It would give him a more terrorizing look. But you can't have everything. But let's open these up. So just saying, this one was $19.99 at Target. So let's open these up. We'll take a closer look. This is the DC Multiverse series by McFarlane Toys. We're looking at the Demon, Batman, Death Knight, we're looking at the Demon, Batman Death Metal, Superman the Infected, and Batman from the Justice League movie. Let's take a closer look. With these figures, one thing I thought was pretty cool with these figures, they come with a collector's card, and they come with a stand. Usually with McFarlane Toys, you're dealing with figures, action figures that have an exceptional quality to them, where they can easily double as statues. The card too, be careful when taking out the card if you don't want to bend it. It's in there pretty tight. I don't know how. They should really put it in like some sort of protective plastic, if for those who are trading card collectors. They are pretty firm cards. So the Demon, they're basically just photos of the figure, and they have a brief history of the character called a data file. And as I was saying, the McFarlane action figures, really an exceptional quality to them, where they have nice detail, easily double as statues, and it comes with a nice DC display stand. Really a step up from the NECA stands that you can buy. And I feel bad, I'm always kind of harping on NECA, but really a nicer looking stand than the generic ones you find out there from NECA. And nothing against NECA. NECA, they come out with great stuff. I feel that there is a certain commercialism to NECA, where they might cut corners or sacrifice certain things for the sake of profit. But that's with most companies, and I won't hold it too much against them. But definitely have to say my personal preference is the McFarlane figures, if I had to choose from one or the other. So just saying. So the Demon doesn't come with any extra accessories other than his sword. He does come with a nice cape. It is rubber, it is not material. That could be good and bad. So before I put this guy on his stand, let's take a look at the figure. All these DC figures, from what I can tell on the box, they all boast 22 points of articulation. His head moves. From side to side, up and down. Shoulders, outwards, forward and back. They revolve similar to a ball type joint. The wrists, similar. It's like a ball peg type connector, where you get good motion. Rotates around, forward, back, things like that. So the elbows rotate. Do the knees do the same? They do not. But they're double hinged, the knees, so they bend from the top part and the lower part separately, individually. The ankles seem to be ball jointed where they rotate, go up and down. He's got toe motion, which is cool. Cape is rubber. It is fixed to him, so it will not come off. I'm not going to try to take it off, so if someone knows of otherwise, let me know. Torso moves, 2 separate joints, top torso and lower torso at the waist. Hips are nice, ball jointed, get good flexibility. You know, overall 22 points of articulation, pretty flexible. Check out the detail on this, it's really good. Now, I mean, I know that, you know, the Demon, probably more of a cult following, I want to say, but I think he's a great character. And I actually love what McFarlane did with his armor here. He looks really good. Let's give him his sword and take a look. With his sword, I am Etragon. So if you're not too familiar with Demon Knight, you know, he can shoot hellfire. Well, I don't want to call it, I don't know if they call it that, but hellfire from his mouth, which is pretty cool. The stand grants him some added stability when you're posing him. I have to say his cape is pretty heavy, so you're going to have to try to pose him in a way that he you know, to distribute his weight forward a little bit so his cape doesn't make him tip backwards. But yeah, take a look. I tell you, the McFarlane figures, they rarely disappoint. You know, as far as detail and articulation, always nice to buy. You know, never something you wouldn't consider putting on the shelf to display. Take a look at the Infected Superman now. Now, Infected Superman comes with the feet, or the legs, sorry, to build the oversized, the Merciless figure. Or I don't want to say oversized, but it comes with the feet to build the Merciless figure. If you're not aware of the Merciless figure, here he is. And you know, it's a big stretch. I mean, with the price of these figures, to invest in all of them, if you don't like certain characters, I mean, the price adds up. You know, they really have to make it pretty enticing as far as what character they're offering, you know, to make someone make that kind of an investment, you know, for a figure. You know, are you going to display it? Is it worth, so, you know, usually it's like 6 figures. Is it worth $120 to buy this figure? So, Superman card, The Infected. Now, supposedly, according to the data file, Superman infects himself willingly to infiltrate the Batman Who Laughs crew. Be interesting to read that storyline, which I haven't. But, I mean, from the way Superman looks, I'd question if he had his, if he was totally aware of what he was doing. But apparently he is, at least to some extent. You know, I'm not going to go too into much the detail as far as the maneuverability. All the parts, all the figures are pretty much the same as far as articulation. So, you know, arms, legs, things like that, they pretty much all move comparable to each other. I'm just going to go into the subtle nuances between the figures. So Superman's cape, like Etragon, the Demon, you know, it's rubber. It's tattered, you know, I guess to give the infected look. Take a look. I mean, this is great. This guy looks possessed. Superman. So he comes with 2 sets of extra hands. Or sorry, he comes with 2 sets of hands. One that are on the figure, and one loose. You know, one set that is loose, left and right hands, and you know, they're pretty much articulated hands where he's doing kind of like this type motion. Size-wise, I think the Demon's got maybe a couple of hairs on Superman as far as how tall, as far as height. But yeah, Demon is a big boy. Loving these stands. Really makes displaying them so much easier. And I like that they have the DC logo on them. The Bats. Let's take a look at the Bat. Batsy. Been calling Batman Batsy a lot. Wonder if that name, I think that originated from the original animated series with what you might call it, Mark Hamill as Joker. Not sure if that's where that started or not. But here's the card. Hello, Batsy. It's like, all right, Mark. I'm gonna give you some competition. Batsy, I didn't know you cared. So, I'm going to say the glasses don't come off. Yeah, they look pretty fixed in there. He comes with a... He did come with a... Comes with a Batarang. I'll give you a closer look again. Rubber cape. The Bats. Batman. I think this is a great Batman. And he looks pretty much just like the movie. His Batarang. Batman does not come with any extra appendages of any kind. So, like the other figures, same articulation. And last but not least, Death Metal Batman. And they also have a Death Metal Batman with this crazy looking guitar. Interesting too, when taking it out, his scythe does come attached to his hand, so just be mindful, you know, in case it gets snagged, you don't want to break anything. Definitely some cool artwork. I'm not sure if it's McFarlane or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Looks McFarlane-ish. So take a look for yourself. Pretty badass. The Bats. So let's take a look at the final lineup here. McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse figures. Really great figures for the price. They go anywhere between $15.99 to $19.99. Depending on what, you know, if you get them in store. If you're getting from a reseller, you know, expect a premium, anywhere from $24.99 upwards to $30, $35, depending on the figure. Possibly more, who knows? You know, with resellers, you can never tell. Definitely a win from McFarlane Toys. DC Multiverse, keep up the good work, Todd. And, you know, you keep putting out good figures, and we're going to keep buying them. And that's it, folks. DC Multiverse figures from McFarlane Toys. Great figure line. You can find them at your major retailers, Target, Walmart. So this was actually my first purchase of DC Multiverse figures from McFarlane Toys. I'm very happy with the purchases I made. You know, if you like DC figures or you know, the DC universe, this is definitely a figure line you should look into. You know, McFarlane Toys rarely disappoints. You know, they're pretty reasonable, I want to say, price-wise, and I think you'll be happy with them. You know, with the display stands, they double up as models once you're done. You know, I guess doing photography or even playing with them, whatever you do with your toys. They stand up nicely on the shelf with the provided DC display stand. So give them a try. Thanks for watching. This was the Raging Geek. Come again soon. Take care.
Raging Geek, Retro, all things geek, where geeks can be geeks. Raging Geek, Retro. All things geek. We're geeks and be geeks.